motorcycle. Keys. Give me the closed boots and the keys to the motorcycle.
The closed boots.
Give me the boots, your keys, maybe an ice cream cone.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show for July 27th, 2017. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino. What's going on over there?
Just schmitz on my cup. Thought I still drink out of
Schmitz
it.
in the cup. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
You got nothing to lose there, everybody. How you doing?
I am well. I'm tired. How are you?
I am pretty good. Pretty good.
The whole working Sunday to Thursday thing is brutal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
But there's a Friday in there too.
There is a Friday. I'm off tomorrow. Though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today's my Friday.
Yeah.
Thank God, because if I had to work one more day at this fucking place.
Yeah.
I would just give me your clothes, your boots, your motorcycle. Sorry, we're watching. You guys can't see, but we're talking James Cameron Terminator today, and there's just been, I don't know why, it just keeps replaying the same scene.
Jay-Z's is there.
Oh, that was Jay-Z. Okay, cool.
Up.
From the still of Jay-Z on the Great Gatsby's press line. Why
just
not?
Slow zoom away.
Just slow
what
zooming
is
with
fucking
Jay-Z.
happening, man? Holy shit. The internet is a fun place. This is the Kind of Funny Morning Show each and every day right here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We get together and talk about all the nerdy news we want to talk about. We give away some games. It's a grand old time for everyone involved. It goes up on podcast services around the world. If you can go to iTunes or to Stitcher or to whatever podcast service you use and rate us and review us and all that stuff, it would mean a lot. And subscribe to us there, even if you don't want to listen to the podcast. It really does help us a lot to get those numbers up. So thank you. We appreciate that. If you want to watch it later, it's also on youtube.com/kindoffunny.
Yep.
Watch it whenever you want, at your leisure. A little housekeeping stuff.
It's your leisure and my pleasure. So
Kind of Funny Live 3 is live. The video is done. It is free to all patron subscribers at the $10 or above level on either patreon.com/kindoffunny or patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. You should check it out. It's going to go free for everybody next Monday. Very excited for everyone to see that. And also today, Wolfenstein 2 Let's Play went up on Kind of Funny Games.
It's a good one.
And that was
Pete Hines.
You and Greg?
And Pete.
And Pete Hines?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The daddy thing that came from it needs to just...
Well, I didn't even remember what
Nick
this was.
someone's
What
daddy?
was it? Did I say call me daddy?
You kept killing people and saying, call me daddy, and then you asked Pete Hines to please call you daddy, to which he was like, no. And Greg was like, I'll call you daddy.
God, Nick.
Even recapping it made me feel gross.
To be fair, it's because for whatever reason, and maybe it's because it's a fun game and it plays well, I did very well in that game up until they skipped us past the easier stages because we'd already seen those. And we jumped right into kind of like, it's got to be like an hour or so into the game. It was hard, but it was fucking fun. That game was dope.
Very excited for
It's
it.
super
It looks pretty damn good. And then another bit of housekeeping. Party mode went live yesterday. You should check it out. It is my favorite party mode yet. It's us doing Gang Beasts.
It's fun.
And Andy Cortez destroyed the edit. Fucking fantastic job. Huge fan of it. Share it with your friends. Party mode's not getting enough love, and it's bothering me.
It's getting there.
Me sad. It's getting
growing.
there.
People
It's getting there. People are starting to understand the magic that is party mode.
It's pretty amazing.
Join the party.
Party on.
Party on.
Party on, everyone.
Party on, everyone. Yes. And then the final bit of housekeeping, this is less kind of funny stuff and more just us being in cool shit. I'm officially now a Disney star, Nick.
You are indeed.
I was on Disney.
You were?
And this has been a lifelong goal of mine, and it's finally happened.
Have you seen a huge uptick on your Twitter and Instagram feed of followers that are under the age of 10?
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet,
it's
but I'm
coming,
waiting.
my friend.
I'm still waiting.
It
you know what I
is
mean?
coming.
Yeah.
It's coming like a train through
Gotta be careful. Yeah, okay.
a
But
big train through a tight tunnel.
cool, Greg. There's a story you did not pull up there. It is at the very top of the page. It's before the news section. There's a link that says the IGN show at 5:58. Greg Miller and I were on the IGN show, which is the Disney XD show. If you can forward to 5:58, I would like to watch for about a minute or so.
Well, they're already on episode 8?
It's daily, bro.
Shit. It's daily?
Oh, shit. Actually, I guess go a little earlier than that. Yeah, let's watch from here. With audio, though.
The exact opposite and see what happens when you play Tetris without your eyeballs.
We took your favorite content creators at RTX in Austin and put them through the IGN Blindfold
I
Challenge.
love that shirt she's wearing. It's just unicorns with rainbow horns.
You know I'm awesome at Tetris. You are a Tetris master.
It's not gonna be much of a challenge.
These motherfuckers.
Against them, Jesus.
You have
What's the
a
other guy's
square
name?
coming down. Move it all the way. Yeah, okay, move it all the way left. Drop it. There you go. Okay, good. Great. Now, oh, no.
Press the button. No, stop. Stop pressing it when I
You
say
said
press the button twice. One more time. Right. No, left one. Down. We on this. We in it to win it.
Now go all the way right.
Look at Greg.
you guys are-
Greg is a fucking master.
You guys are crushing.
Down. That's another
That's
Tetris.
beautiful.
I love Tetris. Can I say that?
All right, press the button once, and then go
love
to your
that.
left
They
two
cut
times.
all of our
Straight down.
jokes.
We have got this in. We are
Well,
going to win this thing so hard. It's
probably for the
ridiculous that
best.
we'll be begging
You can't
for
go
mercy.
around asking people to call you daddy all the time.
Great ball. Listen, it's okay. You work with me. We'll work through this.
Perfect.
See, my senses are heightened, Greg.
Sure. You're like Spider-Man.
Keep going. Triple ward score straight down. Hit it hard. Bingo. Triple. What's up?
Is Greg Miller in the room? I smell something.
Rotate.
Go to your left, Bolin.
It's left.
Stop. Go to your right. No, you screwed it up.
It's not bowling, dude. Look at he's wearing a fucking tank top
Fucking
too.
bowling.
This is weird. You know what I mean?
He has a tattoo.
So let's
He
switch
probably has a
up.
tattoo of
Give me
fucking
good
like
switch.
Del Taco's menu on
So,
his
so
shoulder.
here's the problem. We were doing so well that the producers made a switch and I didn't do too well.
Just wait.
I fucked up so fast.
One. Okay, now go right.
You can't make that right.
You can.
You can't make that right.
Left.
You can rotate into it.
Hang on. I got it.
Let him left.
What is this sound effect that they got going on with this thing?
You have to
Look at their score.
Did he leave?
1,700. Ours was almost 6,000.
Seriously.
Greg Miller is a Tetris
Very
master.
stressful.
Anyway, whatever. Go watch the rest of the show. IGN.com.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations on your Disney fame. I assume
Yeah.
you'll be leaving Kind of Funny shortly
Any day now. I'm just waiting for Mickey to send me his little
That big-
Hogwarts letter or however
He's
that
probably going to
works.
send
I'm
you a
not really
giant,
sure.
comically big check
Yeah.
for $1 billion. And then you get to be a Disney star. You'll probably be in Star Wars too, before you know it. It's all connected.
I hope. Maybe
All
I'll be the
things-
new
all
star of
things
Kingdom
Disney.
Hearts. You know there's going to be another playable character. Maybe it will be Sora and me.
That'd be hilarious. It's just Tim
I just need
Gettys.
bigger hair, more zippers on my shirt.
That's doable. I'm sure
We'll figure
there's
it out.
plenty more bomber jackets out there that have more zippers. We can find you one. We can't find you one. Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah. And Ronnie151 in the chat says, I barely tune in anymore, and then I see these guys just constantly patting themselves on the back with these promos. It's funny to think that our job is to make videos and then talk about those videos.
We gotta
and then
promote the
talk
videos.
about those videos.
We gotta promote the videos.
Hey, bro,
There's so
are
many
you a
videos.
Disney star? I'll see you at Disneyland. Oh, wait, I won't,
Damn.
because I get that invite. My phone's blowing up right now with
That's-
invites to Disney parties.
That is a controller to
That
the
was
TV,
a remote
sir.
control. It wasn't my phone.
That is a
But my
controller
phone's
to the
over
TV,
here.
sir.
You can't even see all the notifications. They're just coming through so fast.
There are. It's actually all of the notifications were coming so fast. It took all the juice out of his phone. There's no more battery
It's
left.
just too
He's
much.
gonna have to get a
It's too
second
much.
phone just for the notifications from Disney and Goofy and the princesses.
What have you been watching, Nick?
Last night I started watching Ozark due to a lot of the recommendations from people in this very chat. Everyone's like, Nick, you like Ozark? It's like Breaking Bad. Holy shit, it's a great show. You guys were absolutely right, but motherfuck, it's stressful. There is not. It is like Breaking Bad if you took a season of Breaking Bad, or like I don't
Condensed
actually.
it.
I just condensed it into 10 episodes. Like I mean, actually, I don't know how many episodes were in Breaking Bad. It's like a season and a half Breaking Bad condensed into 10 episodes. It is intense, and there's no reprieve for these characters. And after a while, I was like, I gotta stop watching this show. Not because I didn't want to watch it, because I was getting anxiety. I was like, fuck, this character is like, this family is just going constantly through shit. Are you familiar with Ozark?
Yeah, I've seen it being promoted to me constantly.
Do you know
on
the
Netflix.
concept behind
No,
it?
I do not.
I'll give you the top level pitch for it. Jason Bateman plays a money launderer for a Mexican cartel, a drug cartel, whose partner was skimming off the top, and so basically he has to take it upon himself to figure out how to launder $500 million in 5 years for this cartel, or they're gonna kill him
Holy shit.
and his family. And like do the whole thing where they like you just disappear.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just dissolving in a vat of acid someplace.
Oh my
With
God.
your head cut off and you're hung by your dick.
Sounds like it's gonna stress you out.
I was like having fucking nightmares last night after this shit. It was brutal. So I think tonight I'm going straight back to Frasier. I'm gonna try to finish the 11th season of Frasier and just call it a day. I think it'll be good. What are you watching?
Yeah.
What did you watch last night?
I saw The Big Sick last
What'd
night.
you think?
The Kumail
Nanjiani,
Nanjiani movie. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it is definitely being a little overhyped. It's a solid story. It was cool. It was funny enough, and it was like a good story. I think that they really nailed what it's like to be in a relationship for half the movie, and then the other half, I'm just like, ooh, you really kind of like. There's the part where conflict begins. I feel like it was not earned at
Joey
all.
is fucking staring at you right now, bro.
I haven't talked to you about this.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go into spoilers at all
Sure.
with this. I do recommend watching the movie because I think it's good. It's just I think people are talking about it like as if it's going to be one of the best movies of the year, and it's definitely not.
Interesting.
Not even
Okay,
close.
well, I'm hoping to see it this weekend. I'm actually up in Tahoe visiting some family, so hopefully we can see it during the day. My goal with my Saturday is thus: drive up to Tahoe on Friday, hang out, chill out, maybe get some sun, whatevs. Get lunch in Reno, see The Big Sick. Come back, somehow convince my wife and my sister-in-law to let me watch the fight that you will be at.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Now
can
you
look
need
for
to
me
be.
and find
I need
me
to be.
in the
I'm going to
crowd.
be texting you the whole fight, so I want to see what you think. It is a fucking great card.
Yeah.
You have some killers you're about to watch.
Okay,
Fight.
we'll see. Someone sent me a hype video,
Killers,
and they're like,
son.
"Hey Tim, if you want to be excited about this, watch this." And I
let's-
loaded it up. I haven't watched it yet because I want to like wait and let it fucking
We
wash over me
are.
before
I am just
get
going to go
in.
quickly through the card for anyone out there. The three of you out there who are UFC fans, and I know we have to get going quickly today. What the fuck is the card for this? No. Yes.
Before you go into that, real quick,
yes.
the thing that I didn't like about The Big Sick, or didn't love about it, is
Right.
that, so it's based on a true story. I just don't know how much of it is true. Like, I don't know how much of it's their real story.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is it felt too real. It felt like they should have movieized
That's
it.
always a Judd Apatow thing. Like every time Judd Apatow makes anything, it's always a little too real. Like This Is 40 went on like an hour too long, and I was
Honestly,
like, that's
it's
why,
very
because
similar to
fucking
that.
being 40 is hella. It sucks most
It's
of the time.
very similar to that,
You know?
where it's like it
funny
just-
people. You're like, bro, there's a 30-minute gap in there with Jonah Hill where you can just cut that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I did feel that way, and I felt like the stakes needed to be higher in certain ways, or the high stakes that they had to be more earned. So, anyways, it's a cool movie, and I recommend it because it's fun seeing kind of that story happen. It's just it is a bit too real, and it's like, all right, I don't know how I feel about this.
Ugh, okay, I still want to see it. I still definitely want to see it.
Yeah.
And I just want to run you. None of this matters to you yet, but it will, because I feel like after you watch this,
I don't
this is
know.
gonna be the
We'll
first
see.
sporting event that you actually get into. Of course, headlining the main card is John Jones versus Daniel Cormier 2. This has been a fight that is very long in the making, not because of Daniel Cormier, largely because John Jones can't stop doing cocaine and hitting pregnant women in cars.
Yeah.
Not his fault. He also has a little steroids.
Sounds like his fault.
Also not his fault.
Okay.
It's when you're that talented, people just
All
want to give you
debatable.
steroids. They just
Okay.
want to put steroids in everything you're doing.
Yeah.
You also have Tyron Woodley and Damian Maia. That's going to be a fucking awesome fight. Damian Maia has been stellar, as has Woodley in the lately. And Damian Maia has been around for fucking ever, man. I saw him fight a long ass time ago, and he's just climbed his way to fucking this fight, which is going to be great. Chris Cyborg, are you familiar with her at all?
Cyborg.
This is her first
Is
official.
that her real name? Is that her God-given name?
You know, I'm not quite sure actually.
I highly doubt it.
Who knows? Maybe
Who
it's
the fuck's she up against? A Jedi?
They just don't have a picture of her. Chris Cyborg has been trying. They've been trying to find a fight for her in the UFC.
It's just
for
a
very
fucking, it
long
looks
time.
like a Sith Lord. It's just like, there's this normal ass girl with her hands down. She's the cyborg, I guess. And it looks like she's going up against Kylo Ren.
Tonya Evinger, I don't know much about her. I don't know much about, but Chris Cyborg, I know they've been trying to find a fight for her in the UFC for a very long time. And I think this is her first fight in the UFC. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. And she's a fucking killer. She is a monster. So that's going to be fun. And you've got Robbie Lawler and Donald Cerrone. That's going to be a great fight too.
My money's on Cerrone.
You got Cowboy Cerrone?
Cowboy Cerrone.
You don't want ruthless Robbie Lawler?
Ruthless Robbie Lawler. This is fucking ridiculous.
Let's just go through the names of these people. We got Daniel Cormier. He's Daniel DC Cormier.
Okay.
Or DC.
Yeah.
John Bones Jones.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope, I'm not kidding you. And he's
My
arguably
money's on Bones Jones.
He might. Oh, you should. A lot of people's money are on Bones Jones.
Okay.
He's arguably the greatest fider ever in the sport.
Okay. I've heard that about 10
But he
people.
has to stop doing cocaine. Had he not,
They all have their fatal flaws.
well, cocaine is his. Cocaine is his. It's going to be a really good fight. I don't know what's Damian Maia's. Damian Maia, of course, doesn't have one because he's just a badass jiu-jitsu practitioner. And then Tyron Woodley is the chosen one.
Do they have fun
Look at how-
entrances?
They just come to songs, and they're usually really bad songs.
Really?
I don't know. They can't get the licenses to a lot of songs. If I were entering into the ring, though, I would come to Calm Like a Bomb from Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
I've fantasized about this many
Yeah.
times in my car when I thought about fighting.
Yeah.
When I eventually make it to my MMA debut in
Got
the
it.
UFC one day.
Yeah.
After I get past the stage of white belt in jiu-jitsu. I imagine it'll be a lot like Jon Favreau from that episode of Friends he was on, where he decided to be an MMA fighter, got the shit kicked out of him.
Okay, okay.
But it would be
That
Rage
makes
Against the
sense.
Machine, Calm
Calm
Like a Bomb.
Like a
Let us know
Bomb.
in the chat what your intro song would be. And
like
please,
that.
if you say Nickelback, delete your Twitter.
That is fun. Let's get to the news.
Let's
Nick.
go.
Right now, there's a new It trailer that came out. Another thing, Greg, that we added late. Can you go into that Sweet Nasty doc and get that shit? It's at the top of the news section. We're gonna watch the new It trailer with you guys.
We're gonna watch this now. Are we okay? We're not gonna get claimed on this at all.
We'll figure it out later.
All right, cool.
Oh, it's Warner Bros. We might. Who cares?
Should we not watch this then?
I mean, it's too late.
We already
now.
watched the IGN show. They're probably
too
gonna
late
claim
now.
us. Now let's watch this together. Fuck it. Can you raise it up?
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you. You think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true.
You can lower it a little bit. That's awesome. Little balloon.
Lower down.
Because when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker.
Not you.
You don't even know they're getting closer. Till it's too late. Here. Take it.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. That all the bad things that happen in this town.
Did this stream go down, Kevin?
What? Oh, fuck, yeah, I guess.
An evil thing.
We've been having connectivity issues the whole time. I mean, like, it went down to 0. And it's going Drop his Legos. So it looks like it went back up. I'm just looking at the numbers. Give me a minute. I'm not sure what to do. It seems like it's stable-ish right now. You want to keep going?
Yeah. Let's keep going, I think.
Okay.
Maybe should we not watch this trailer?
Yeah, let's just
Let's
skip
skip out of
the
this trailer, guys. Go ahead and watch the trailer on your own. It looks fucking freaky as shit. Also, just as a general rule for any of you parents out there that have kids, if your kid sees a clown or a storm drain, tell them to steer clear. Just stay. You know what?
Make that like a rule.
Tell the kid to give all storm drains a wide berth. Just like you would if you were in, you know what I'm talking about, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
Just like you would if you were in a submarine in the movie Hunt for Red October. Wide berth. One ping only.
Good
Some
Lord.
things back there.
Oldie.
don't
And I
react
was
so
like,
well
they had a
against
lot of storm
bullets.
drains in that movie?
They did. They were just constant. Don't you remember that one, the seminal scene where he's trying to go around all the storm drains and then the clowns keep popping up?
God
Very
damn
weird.
it, Nick.
Very
Let's pull up the
weird.
first news story.
Cool.
This comes from news.com.au.
Not a real site.
Which, what the fuck?
But this was reported. on, of course.
Titanic and Avatar director James Cameron hoping to make new Terminator trilogy.
Let it go.
There's a quote here that I'm going to read. The question is, has the franchise run its course or can it be freshened up? Can it still have relevance now where so much of our world is catching up to what science fiction in the first two films had? We live in a world of predator drones and surveillance and big data and emergent AI. So I'm in discussions with David Ellison, who is the current rights holder globally for the Terminator franchise, and the rights in the US market revert to me under US copyright law in a year and a half. So he and I are talking about what we can do. Right now, we're leaning toward doing a 3-film arc and reinventing it. We'll put more meat in the bones if we get past the next couple of hurdles, and when we will announce that. What do you think, Nick?
I mean, I think it could be definitely cool. The problem, there's two issues I see.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily problems, but 2 issues I see. One, he still has to do Avatar.
2 of them. 3 of them, right?
Yeah, I
2,
think he's doing
3.
3 more Avatars. And that's taken him for fucking ever. I don't know why the next Avatar hasn't been out yet. It's ridiculous. And 2, I think it'd be cool if he committed to a trilogy of Terminator films. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. And this is James Cameron we're talking about here, so they're going to be good. He has not made, that I can remember, a seriously bad movie ever. So that's great. The problem is, I don't know, have we muddied the water too much with Terminator? You remember the seminal film we watched in Vegas 2 years back? Terminator Genesis.
Salvation. Oh no,
No, it was Genesis.
It was Genesis, which was the reboot that
was supposed to retcon the whole series, and that was just they cast that dude from the Planet of the Apes movie that I'm like, dude, this guy's not a leading character. Anyway, long story short, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about this. Why not? What about you?
I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I feel like there's already just been too many. And like some of them have been bad. And that's the problem. I thought Salvation was okay. I didn't like Terminator 3.
The thing is, it's a fucking great concept, and he's right. We're living in that world right now, so therefore it is more relevant now than ever. With the merchants of AI and everyone saying, yo, this is a bad idea, like we shouldn't do this, and AI is probably going to be the next stage of human evolution. They'll probably just kill us and move on, and then we just exist to make the machines our god. I don't like that at all.
I'm kind of into it.
Machines exist to sexually pleasure us. That's the only way, and get us around in our cars.
Okay. Get us off in our cars too if we're feeling crazy.
If we could, that'd be the shit, right? It's just like, sir, would you like a hand job?
It's like, yes, always.
Yes, Honda.
Don't
I would
ask
love
stupid
a hand
questions. Prius C.
That's what it sounds like.
God, that's nasty.
It would sound like a futuristic grapefruiting.
Good.
It was
Freaking
run
Lord.
by fruiting.
Next story comes from ScreenRant.com.
Love it.
The 25th James Bond. They're talking about who the forerunners are to direct. This your boy Ryan George.
Right.
From Movie Mind Studios. The Blade Runner 2049 director Denis Villeneuve is reportedly one of the filmmakers being considered to take the helm of James Bond 25. After 2 years of uncertainty following the release of the last James Bond film, Spectre, the 007 franchise got back on track this weekend with the announcement of a November 29 release date by the film's producers and the reported return of Daniel Craig.
He's coming.
With Skyfall and Spectre director Sam Mendes out of the picture, the next big move for the production will be hiring of a new helmer, and it appears that at least 3 candidates are in the running. According to Deadline, Villeneuve, Hell or High Water director David Mackenzie, and Yann Demange, a relative newcomer to feature films, are being considered. For the time being, it appears the production has moved away from the idea of hiring Sherlock director Paul McGugan, as well as Christopher Nolan, a self-professed Bond fanatic. Can you fucking imagine?
Oh, if Christopher Nolan did it, I would be 100%.
A Christopher Nolan James Bond movie?
That would be fucking great, because he would make it like, he would make the Bond film, the seminal Bond film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or I would hate it.
No, it would be so good, man. Where's your money on this?
I would love to see Denis Villeneuve take the reins of this, because I feel like the one thing that the Bond series is starting to slide toward is that wacky, zany Roger Moore style, which, again, I'm in the minority on this. I know everyone loved fucking Skyfall. Everyone's like, Skyfall's great. We just had a bunch of toys and shit pop in for no reason, and the main character and the antagonist is stupid. Anyway, I want to see them go back to a more intense, cerebral Bond like we saw in Casino Royale. You know, I want that sort of faded, horrible, like, the world is a shitty place and this guy's just doing the best he can to get around it. So I think I think Denis Villeneuve would do that because he really knows how to build tension in his movies, and I think he really knows how to shoot beautiful movies. Also, he's working with Roger Deakins, so there is that. Roger Deakins, of course, shot Skyfall, so you've got that sort of like, you could tie it in visually with the rest of the movies very easily if Deakins was available. Having said that, the Chris Nolan, Hoyt Van Hoytsema connection, you know?
Yeah.
Because his DP's name is Hoyt Van Hoytsema. I just like saying that. Hoytsema.
Hoyt Van Hoytsema.
Yeah. I love those two guys together, so I think he could absolutely tell a cool Bond story.
Right.
I don't know who the other guys are, though. I'm not familiar with. Sherlock was cool, but whatever. I don't need that guy. That guy can just go do what he's got to do.
Next story, this comes from The Verge. You put this one in here. Human embryos reportedly edited for first time in the U.S. using CRISPR. CRISPR.
Is how you say that one. I'll read this story. This has been something that if you guys have been, it's fascinating. It's eugenics. For the first time, scientists in the U.S. have successfully edited the DNA of viable human embryos using the powerful gene editing tool CRISPR, according to a report by MIT Technology Review. Gaining the ability to edit human DNA is the first step toward one day allowing scientists to prevent babies from being born with incurable diseases or disabilities. But further success of this kind of research is likely to raise the heated discussion on ethical implications of genetically altering human embryos. This is I'm not going to read this whole story. It's fucking fascinating. If you guys have followed, I'm assuming Kevin has read this.
We should make this a God topic.
It's crazy.
Talking about the ethics of it and like what we believe.
I would love
it's fucking
to,
real
because
crazy
it presents two very interesting sides. Like one of the just to paraphrase some stuff that's happening here. Obviously, people are saying there's an ethical debate as to whether or not, like, where is the line going to be drawn? How do you draw that line, right? One of the people quoted in here is saying it's very easy. You just tell the whole scientific community that, like, this is just for editing out disabilities, right? Because the concern is that you're going to start making designer babies, right? You're going to start making people
like
who have
dogs.
people who have lots of money can go, well, I would like my kid to be 6'3", blue-eyed, blonde hair, not be susceptible to any sort of,
That's
cancer.
doable now,
It's
right?
totally doable. But the question is it ethical? Is it ethical to play God like that? And then the guy in this article was like, well, the scientific community just needs to decide that that's not what we're going to do, and that's what'll happen. And I'm like, because just telling people in the United States especially, hey, don't do that. That always works, right? That always works with big tobacco, with the sugar industry, with all these. No, they'll find a fucking way and they'll market it and they'll get lobbyists and they'll change perspective. So it's a very, very fascinating
dicks
article.
will just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It'll be a fucking war of escalation on the dicks.
We'll finally be in the game.
Hell yeah.
My question is this. How does it have to be at the embryo state, or can I walk in and can I get like more hair and taller?
It has to be the embryo state.
Damn it, I hate it. Why can't they just?
So we need to be against this. We can't have the next generation coming up and fucking having bigger dicks than us.
Fuck that, dude.
I love how quickly you switch sides on this.
Also, there is a terrifying portion of this article that I found fascinating and terrifying at the same time, where they said there's errors that can happen in the code, and these errors can get accidentally imprinted in the DNA and then introduced into the gene pool of humanity. So like if they seriously fuck up, then all of a sudden this like horrible gene starts spreading to everyone, and then in 100 years none of us have
Everyone
feet.
has 3 dicks.
Everyone's got giant
Too many
dicks.
dicks.
Giant dicks, no legs.
Oh my god.
So they got the dick, but they have to.
Like
they're
pogo?
just forced to lay on their back while they're having sex.
Yeah.
Which we all know is the worst possible position.
Yeah.
Because it's just for her pleasure.
Is it really?
Because here's what they do. They start going up and down for a second, and they're like, no. And then they move back and forth, and they're like, you're just hurting my pelvis. You're bruising my pelvis. It's really hot, but hard.
Nick.
When
you
they're
want to
riding
read some
cowboy?
tips?
When
You
they're
want
riding
to read
that
some
pony?
tips?
Sure. If I read your tip, you have supported us, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Our first tip today comes from Great Bry Tom. Tom says, wanted to share a fun clip I cut together on my own. Sit down with Wolfenstein for Game Zone. I'm really happy with the edit. We'll check that out. Mr. Yasman300 says, Nick, I'm writing a story about relationship between a mobster and nurse who saved his life and the problems they encounter. Fun clip, funny death scene, Kevin play sound. Oh, congratulations. That sounds like a fun story. And our final tip for now comes from Prof D277 says, hey guys, here's my $5 birthday tax. Also wanted to say that I've been loving Party Mode. Keep up the great work with those. Love you guys. Party Mode is a fucking special
Party
thing.
Mode is a special
Party mode
thing.
in the house tonight. We're gonna party all night. We were talking about LMFAO yesterday, and someone was like, were you with me?
Yeah, it was me and you.
Someone's like, man, I miss LMFAO. I'm like, no, nobody misses LMFAO. Nobody fucking misses LMFAO.
To be honest though, their production was hot as fuck.
What the fuck happened to them?
They got in a fight.
Oh, and they broke up?
Red Fu and Chufu, or whatever the fuck his other name was.
Idiots. Dude, shout out to Little Dicky on the Trojan commercial I saw him on last night.
Yeah,
Did you
dude.
see that?
Hell yeah, man. He's fucking repping it.
He's fucking crushing life.
What were their names? LMFAO. It was Red
one
Fu.
was LMF and the other one was AO.
I don't think so.
Wasn't it?
It was Red Fu and something else.
Those fucking chunder nuts. Keep your shit together.
Red Fu and Sky Blue. And Sky Blue is spelled SKY, one word, BLU.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Why the fuck not?
That's it for tips. Let's call it tips for now. Of course, Greg's coming back later with kind of funny games daily. So if you guys want to give some tips later, we can do that.
Spacetime Dave brings up a really good point. Didn't LMFAO fuse and become Grimecraft?
Did they? I thought from some level that they used that gene editing software to make Grimecraft out of their nuts.
Yes.
Like they just both
Nuts.
they both just banged it out into like a petri dish. They stirred it up.
Grimecraft just kind of popped up like his leg.
It was that, and then they played some electric music like electronica, and it was like and his hair just popped out first.
Yeah.
And then the rest of his little tiny body, and then he grew very fast. You know how they do it with like Superman when they cloned Superman, made Superboy. And they're like, we can't wait fucking 20 years for this to mature.
No, let's
mature
go.
him now. Let's go. Grime came out, and they just like he's like.
Like how he jumped immediately on the ones and twos. Fucking into it.
That was fantastic. Do we want to read more news stories?
Let's do one more.
Go for it.
Let's do one more. This one also comes from ScreenRant.com. Big Little Lies Season 2 in early development at HBO.
You loved Big Little Lies.
I really liked Big Little Lies. I didn't love it, but this is my thing, is I don't think we need a Season 2.
No, we don't.
They should have ended Season 1 a little bit tighter than they did and called it a fucking day.
I told you my wife's watching this Dutch show called The Bridge, right?
No, you haven't.
Great concept for the show. There's a bridge, not Dutch, sorry, Danish. There's a bridge between Denmark and I think Switzerland or Sweden, whatever the fuck neighbors that. I don't know. I think that's Scandinavia. Anyway, there's a bridge that neighbors them and they find a dead body in the middle of it. So it's the jurisdiction of both countries. So they have to pick a rep from both countries to solve the murder. And I was like, that's really cool. And she goes, and in season 2, I was like, wait a minute. How the fuck do you have these two people coming together for season 2? She goes, oh, a boat hit the bridge. I was like, you can't just keep having shit happen to this bridge.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't give a fuck, man. I like both these characters. They're great.
Yeah.
I was like, what's next? Someone's skydiving and he lands on the fucking bridge?
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, you liked Big Little Lies, though.
I did. Peter Unchained says Big Little Lies is white people problems, the show. Yeah, it pretty much is, but it's beautifully edited.
It's rich white people problems.
Yes, there is a difference there. Reese Witherspoon.
We have normal white people. Like, my car has been in the shop for like 3 weeks and it's hemorrhaging money and it's a Honda and it's 13 years old and I'm like, do I fucking sell it? These are people like, I live in a house on the fucking beach and it's amazing. And speaking of which, my buddy's mom stayed there.
Yeah, which is
you can rent that house. It's an Airbnb.
That is crazy. But no, the cast was amazing. Reese Witherspoon was probably her best role ever. Fucking killed it. Yeah, dude.
You gotta fucking put that car in park, my friend, and you gotta pump the brakes. I just watched Legally Blonde again. And that movie.
As did I, because of this.
95%, in my opinion. Perfect.
95% perfect. But just her role in this as just a still super hot mom.
Yeah.
And just her like slow fucking breakdown is awesome to watch.
All right,
like
maybe I'll give it a shot.
She's
a lot
great.
Of people likes that.
And I mean, Nicole Kidman gets naked, so there's that, and she's also fantastic. And then there's Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's a good looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
He likes to walk around naked. You know what's fun about the European people? And I'm just generalizing here, but I just imagine everyone that doesn't live in America just walks around naked constantly. Like, I imagine right now, Tom Hawkins is watching this show somewhere. And it's either in the morning or night or midday for him. I don't know, understand time. I don't understand how the world rotation works. And he is walking around dick out. Just his big dick out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
It's genetically altered.
Just you know how like Fassbender walks around where he's like, oh, my torso's really long and it's perfect, and here's my big long perfect dick, because he's like Scottish and German or whatever it is. That's what they do.
Yeah, that is what they do.
Someone was asking what's wrong with my car. My car's starter died, so I had to get a new starter put in last week, and this week I had to have a couple engine mounts, hydraulic engine mounts replaced because the car was clunking when I accelerated in first gear. And I thought, hey, that's probably not great for the drivetrain or the axle, so I should probably have that fixed. And now, because they aligned it before they did this engine search, the engine fix, I have to have the car realigned, which actually is free tomorrow. So that I'm not stressed too much about. But it's one of those things, it's an 11-year-old car. At some point, I'm just going to walk up behind it, pet it a little bit, and then shoot it in the back of the fucking head with a 22.
You got it, man. Get that for you to see.
But that's the thing. I'm not a car guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. And like, I look at these Teslas that are coming out in the market, and I'm like, oh, they have some consumer level Teslas for like normal people that can buy them, not so ultra fucking rich. And you and I have talked about the electric car phenomenon. I'm like, it could be cool to have an electric car. Like, I want to, vote with my wallet.
Oh yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking
about.
Make
it happen.
So we'll see. It's gonna have to last me a few more years.
Now it's time for PS I Love This Best Friend XOXO. You can go to kindoffunny.com/bestfriend, just like Sierra Marchant did, who shouted out Dylan Blight. Dylan is truly a best friend in this group. He's always around to talk to, and his honesty in his vlogs is always refreshing. Could not think of a better person to be stuck on the island of Tasmania with. Plat.
I think that person's name is Kieran.
Kieran?
Yeah.
What'd I say?
You said Sierra?
Sierra.
Let us know if your name's Kieran or Sierra. That's how you spell Kieran.
Kieran's a weird-ass name.
Kieran Culkin? Remember the Culkin boys?
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin. He had a brother named Kieran Culkin. There was a third brother in there, too. I can't remember his name.
He was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin was Scott Pilgrim. I could be wrong, though.
Well, it's probably Kieran.
Shout out to Dylan Blight.
Shout out to you, shouting out Dylan Blight. I appreciate that. Remember, kindoffunny.com/bestfriend to nominate somebody. And now it's time for the giveaway.
Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
This giveaway is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. You can get a great shave at a great price, conveniently delivered right to your door. You no longer have to go to the store, buy the crazy razors with way too many blades and all that stuff you don't really need. You can just get them sent right to you. I actually need a shave. I need to go home and use my Dollar Shave Club.
Nothing gives me more anxiety than when I open that little thing that comes with the razor. You gotta buy the razors. There's not one more left, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta spend this is gonna cost me like $300. This is like my car payment.
More than that, it's the time.
It's annoying. I gotta go to the store, and then I'm always like, is it the right one? I know they're all. My brain says the connector's the same for all of them. But what if I get the wrong one and then I've wasted it? Are they going to take these fucking razors back?
You know what, Nick? They'll solve these problems for you. Dollar Shave Club.
For
limited time, new members get their first month of the executive razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver shave butter. I'm a big fan of that shave butter.
You love that shave butter.
It smells so good.
I'll put on
for only
some toast.
$5
Eat it.
with free shipping. After that's just a few bucks a month. It's $15 value for only $5. In your first month box, you get an awesome weighty handle, a full cassette of 4 cartridges, and a tube of the shave butter. Again, I swear about that shave butter. Send me some pictures of you rubbing that shave. No, don't.
Have you put?
And after your first month, replacement cartridges ship automatically at the regular price. You can get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/morning. That's dollarshaveclub.com/morning.
Morning. That's fantastic.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, where else do you put that shave butter?
Wherever you need to shave.
Fantastic.
You know what I mean?
I got a Manscaped, so
You
maybe
do.
I might come over to your house, get a couple squirts of that shave butter in my hand, and just take it back with me. What?
Well, squirts of
It's for my nipples. I have nipple hair. I have odd nipple hairs, Kevin. Do you want to see them?
No, I've seen them.
Are you seeing them?
And also, this giveaway is brought to you by Verve. Nick, we've been doing the Attack on Titan Season 2 watch-along streams.
That shit is getting hot.
It's getting so good. So we're 9 episodes in now.
Here. So take off all my clothes. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
It's getting hot in here.
I love it. I'm a big fan. We have the final 3 episodes of Attack on Titan Season 2 that we're going to watch next Tuesday. So everybody catch up, watch the first 9 episodes of Season 2, and watch the rest of it with us next Tuesday after Kind of Funny Games Daily. If you want to watch, you can go to verve.co/kindoffunny to get your free 7-day trial of the Verve Combo Pack. That's vrv.co/kindoffunny. You can watch on your Roku, on your PlayStation 4, Xbox, mobile, desktop, pretty much everywhere. It gets you access to Crunchyroll, to Funimation, Rooster Teeth, CISO, Cartoon Hangover, all that stuff. But you only need it for us right now on Funimation and Crunchyroll. So catch up on Attack on Titan Season 2, episodes 1 through 9, and we will finish out 10 through 12 next Tuesday.
Eddie Gills in the chat says, I'm so behind. Amy, you don't have to be behind. You can catch up.
Verb.co/kindoffunny.
Get it. Get it.
Appreciate it. Today's giveaway is Fate/Extella, the Umbral Star on PlayStation 4, and it's going to Twitch Chat's Pancreations. Bow, 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 bow.
Bow, 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 bow. I listened to Safety Dance like 15 times last week.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know why.
You just kind of put it on a playlist of just
It's one of those
song.
stupid things with the way, like, you know, I love Spotify. I do. But their UI and the way that platform works is the stupidest fucking thing ever. It goes, the Safety Dance. And then whatever else, like, it'll just keep going down whatever album that's on, and then finally it gets to someone else's stupid-ass cover of the Safety Dance, and I'm like, who wants to listen to 15 different versions of the Safety Dance? Why would that be an option? Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Very true.
Should we do the 3 and 3?
We're doing the old 3 and 3. Nikki Delm says, Kind of Funny Games, joined late. What happened with Tim and Disney? Me and Greg were cameo appearances on the IGN show, which is on Disney XD. You can check it out on IGN.com.
They were I was just going to put it out there. You guys are the best that show's ever had.
We did. And for the first time, we actually beat Game Attack.
That's fair.
So
because as much shit as we talk about those guys, they're better at games than we are. They're better at their games than we are. I almost fucking took Bolin in that stupid-ass Drive 2, or whatever it was. The Crew? What was it? Driver?
No, Driver San Francisco.
Driver San Francisco.
Errol M says, what they don't tell you about Verve is that you need subscriptions to the other services as well. That's not true. Verve is the subscription to the other services. So if you subscribe to Verve, you get Funimation and Crunchyroll. You don't need to be subscribed to those separately.
Man, that would be really pointless if it
Yeah.
wasn't.
The Assassin AK-47 says, Nick, have you seen the movie Mud with Matthew McConaughey? I highly recommend it. I have not. I stayed away from that one, but maybe I'll check it out. Antony82 says, Nick is the KF champ, though. Hey, Greg? Hey, Greg? Hey, am I still champion?
He's coming over.
Hold on, he's coming.
I hope this bit was worth it.
Hey, Greg, someone in the chat was asking, they were saying that I'm the Kind of Funny champion. I was just wondering if I'm still champ. No.
Kill him!
Tuck that chin.
Kill Nick! Kill, yeah!
Stop!
Woo! Oh, dude, yeah!
He's a wild man. They call him the Wildcat.
I don't like this at all. I really don't.
He has too much juice today.
Too much juice.
Hex16 says, how much is UFC 214 pay-per-view, if anyone knows? I believe it is $60 for HD, $50 for standard definition in my area, unless you have UFC Fight Pass, and I think you can get it online for a little cheaper. I think you might be able to get it for like $50 and $40, but I'm not sure.
Tim, will you be doing a watch on?
For what?
UFC.
I mean, I'll be there.
No,
He'll be doing watch along, yeah. He'll be doing a tweet along. He'll be live tweeting out.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I'll be tweeting out. You'll be like, bro, did you see that? You'll be like, nope.
Yeah, I
was
did.
getting a slushie.
Yeah, if there's slushies, I'm fucking taking those things down.
Rahul Giovanni says, Nick, when are you back on the Schmodown? I'm talking to those guys. I got to figure it out. It's actually not them, it's me. Our schedule's just been nuts for the last two months, so I'm trying to figure out how to get back down to LA. There we go. Dance Floor Demon says, if you get the UFC app through PS4, it's $10 cheaper. It's probably a good thing to do, but I think you have to have a subscription. Pretty sure you have to have a subscription to UFC Fight Pass for that. But it's worth it if you guys are fight fans, because there's a ton of old fights you can go back and watch on there.
Honey Boo Boo says, yo, Nick and Timmy, can you give my friend Chris a shout out again and call him a bitch? It'd really make his day. Hey, Chris, you a bitch.
You know what, Chris? You're not a bitch. That's a negative statement.
Maybe he wants to be that.
Okay, nobody wants to be that. He's just saying it because his friends all call him a bitch and he's just embracing it.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't let your friends call you that. That's horrible. Like, you know what you are? You're a killer, my friend.
You straight killer.
You're a straight killer. You're a straight Bone Thug and Harmony killer.
Good Lord, don't say that.
No?
King Franchise 88 says prediction, Tim's going to be bored at the UFC fights.
No,
we'll see.
No, you won't, because here's the deal. A, you're going to be with all your friends. B, you'll have beers.
Yeah.
And C, you will have two human beings fighting to the death in front of you. It's not possible. Some fights are boring.
Okay.
Damian Maia fight might be boring if he goes to the ground, but I don't think Tyron. I don't know a lot about Tyron Woodley, so he'll probably keep it on the feet. That dude looks like he's a monster. I've only seen him fight twice. I think you'll like it, and the energy of Cormier John Jones is going to be insane.
Fucking awesome.
Insane.
All right.
And John Jones
I'm excited for the hype of it all, for sure.
Let's see if he makes it there. There's a lot of week left. We'll see if Jones can make it to the fight. I'm going to Google that right now. Maybe he got popped already.
The Assassin AK-47 says, how's that Crash Platinum going, Tim? It is not going well. I'm inching through. I don't think I'm capable of platinuming that game. The relic challenges are just fucking way too hard, man.
Okay, help me out.
Trying to beat Crash 1 that fast? Nah, man, nah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not seeing any news about John Jones. Everybody, John Jones is on, as you know, he's on Crazy Watch 2017. So we're all just watching out for him. Let's all make sure we're tweeting nice things to John Jones and Daniel Cormier to make sure he doesn't fuck up anything.
Iden91, who designed the Kind of Funny World Championship belt, so shout out to him for that, because that shit's amazing. Says, Nick, yesterday you didn't answer my tip question about the Jackmanoff. Understandable since you're really into it. If a movie is to be made about it, who would direct it and how would you name it?
Oh, I mean, the Jackmanoff is going to go down in history as probably the greatest, if not the greatest, overall weightlifting / body modification challenge ever. I would like, if I was going to do it, I would probably cast either Hugh Jackman or Chris Pratt as me, unless I can get Chris Hemsworth, in which case, done. And then I'd like the Duffer Brothers to take on that movie for me. Now, if you're not familiar with those guys, they're the Stranger Things directors. And I feel like they'd have a lot of nice 80s nostalgia built into it. A lot of sweatpants, a lot of cut-off tees that are non-ironical and not homoerotic in any way, shape, or form. And I'd like there to be at least one scene where I run with Yusef over at Ubisoft in like they did in Rocky 3, where they're slow-mo running on the beach and then they just start splashing water all over each other's chests and thighs, and then they just hug each other, and they're still jumping, and it's great.
And then, okay.
It's just super fun.
I can fucking imagine that.
Have we done sub-bully mode? Are we in sub-bully mode yet?
Yeah, I already read the three sub ones. And just to be clear with everybody in the chat, I'm not giving up on the platinum. I'm just saying I don't think I'm going to be able to. But that's going to be my lifelong legacy. That and the Amplitude Platinum. That shit's never happening. But I'm going to keep trying. And then final, Barry Bumpfroyd says, Tim, have you had any talks with Easy Allies about getting Huber on the Gamescast? Not yet, but I am talking to them about trying to figure out a couple collaborations and stuff. So that is very exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kind of Funny Morning Show. Thank you for joining us. Kind of Funny Games Daily will begin shortly. See you tomorrow.
Adios, amigos. See.